Guys, welcome back to DDRM. So this is an update on the 69 Mustang that I am building for the client. So you guys saw in the last video, everything got painted. It looks beautiful. Patrick from Patrick Rods and Custom Mansfield did a beautiful job painting this. So here we are. Been working on it quite a bit, trying to get everything, laid out. So summary, what's going on so far is a lot of the little stuff that you don't see that has to go on before you can, put all the major components in. So all new stainless steel brake lines front to rear, stainless steel fuel lines front to rear. The brakes are in, Willwood master cylinder, dual reservoirs, manual, proportioning valve over there in the corner, everything, trying to get everything nice and neat and tucked. And these 69 Mustangs take 44 grommets that you have to plug all these holes in various points from the Mustang from front to rear, and it's a little time consuming just kind of finding all of them and plugging all of them and without destroying these grommets. But got it all done. So you can see, got the wire harness pulled up in the dash. The vintage AC is done and mounted. That wasn't that bad. I mean, I like vintage AC. It wasn't that bad of a kit. Actually, in this Mustang, get it mounted. It pretty much went where the location holes said it would be. So as you can see on the dash, you have the main harness fuse block. They relocated up into the corner versus the stock one. So that's in, kind of half ran. AC unit, like I said, is in. A lot of the preemptive stuff like the defrost duct and this and that, just trying to get everything routed all nice and neat. Hush mat, like the first firewall section, so I can mount that stuff. The parking brake cable is in, the brake pedal assembly is in, the gas pedal is in, and then up underneath you have the Willwood emergency brake cables. Those are in. I just have to finish connecting it at the distribution block. And sorry, phone was ringing. I'm in my shop here. So like I said, the Willwood brakes. So we got 13-inch rotors up front, 4-piston, and these are the 12s, probably the 2. You can see kind of like here routing. This is the new 3. It's fuel line, new tank, new Hawley EFI sender unit in the tank. All the brake lines, nice and neat across. You got your rear end vent tubing. Like I stated before, Babbitt bearing rebuilt this rear end to coordinate with all this Hotchkiss, suspension, subframe connectors. Let's see if I can see underneath here. It's all nice and neat. Trying to route this fuel line was kind of a pain, especially everything's pain, so you got to take so much care and time, and that's all it is. Take your time to get everything in and get it right. Pretty much the back end of the Mustang is done. The marker lights on front rear. The tail lights are in. I mounted the gas cap and the filler neck and all that stuff. So a new tank. That's all in, sealed. This is hush mat I'm using for the car. Trunk lock is in. Still got to do the door locks here. I have them, but just kind of grease them and clip them on the pins and levers and stuff like that. You'll be all right. But yeah, see. So like I said, the vintage AC makes it, nice compact system. You get it in there and get it all wired up and tuck it, and it's pretty nice. It blows cold. I put it in the Camaros before, as you guys saw in the 70 split, but it's coming along. It's just time consuming with a lot of little stuff that you don't see in a build, but it's the front rotors. So Patrick was kind enough, he's going to come down and we're going to pull the hood off so I can put the motor and tranny in, get all that stuff done. But a couple of things, got the emblem on, the horns on, little things. The front end's almost ready to button up. I want to do the wire harness first because with these headlights, there isn't a lot of room to get your hand back behind the buckets. So you kind of want to have everything done, pin crimped, plugged. That way you can kind of pull the wires through a little bit on the headlight buckets, access holes, and plug it, and then put the headlight in. Just makes it neater and easier. So the other part of this video is a summary of what's to come on the Bird car. So this is my Daytona wing car, as you guys have seen before in the previous videos. So 383, 727 automatic, sure grip rear end. But I got goodies delivered yesterday. So this box here, this big old box, this is now full suspension. Thank you, Al from Control Freaks. This here is going to be full entire suspension, everything from Control Freaks. So we got a whole new K member. We have upper and lower control arms. We have an entire 4-link system that's going in the rear. We have power rack and pinion. We have Viking coilover adjustable shocks. And we have big 14-inch Willwood rotors with 6-piston calipers on all fours minus the rear calipers. They're 6-piston size, but actually only a 4-piston. But the car gets 14-inch rotors on all the way around, and then I'm going to have wheels made for the car. I still have yet to just make a phone call, and I got to call Silver Sport and order the Tremec TKX 5-speed kit for the Charger. So that will be next. So I got to call them and get that on there. The motor builder finally, Eagle had the short block assembly, basically the rotating assembly, the crank and rods and pistons. They finally, so my motor builder got it. He called me. He's working on it. He's doing the machine work. So that's a new 440 that's going to be punched out. Be between 650 and 700 horsepower. TKX 5-speed, Control Freak suspension. This thing's going to be a beautiful driver. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait. So that's the other summary on this. So, you know, busting tail on the Mustang. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I mean, the headliner's in. Sorry, I forgot, guys. Headliner's in too. I had them do that because unfortunately when you build these Mustangs, the headliner has to be in and glued before you actually put any of the front and back glass in. It's just the way that these were designed. And then forgot, so let's cover this back up. The dash. So the 69 dash, you know, I had them painted and stuff like all brand new. So it is pretty much, this is the lower half dash that you can assemble, and then it sets in with a couple L-shaped brackets bolted to the side of the car. But this pretty much is ready to rock and roll. So we have, you know, new glove box, everything's painted, the AC vents are in, ashtray. I'll probably convert this so it's like a, you know, a USB source, what, 12 volt, you know, you can plug in like a cigarette lighter, charge or something like that. Ignition, lights, other AC vent. So these, you know, I said you kind of build them out. These are the kind of factory elbows for the AC, which I end up getting from Boss Cars because it's going to be a lot easier, because that way they're already kind of routed and put you out in location. And with the AC unit kind of being right over here with the ducting, you just run a short flex hose over to here, one up each of the defrost, one over here, and you don't have to kind of route it around the glove box stuff. This kind of does it for you. It's really nice. So I end up scoring those from Boss Cars. So I think I'll just make it a nicer install, and I'll flex tape. I usually flex tape wrap all this stuff to seal it up all nice and neat and no leaks. But so that's next on the menu. Get the radio in. That way I can just put this whole thing in a unit. I'll rewire the plugs and stuff. So it's just kind of everything's in a weather pack type plug, but you know, for inside car. And that way all the speaker wire, everything power, you just make a plug and we can unplug it and plug it if it ever needs to be serviced. So I'll make sure I wire that everything up like that, all nice and neat, and just make it a service plug. Motor 302 with the serpentine system. That's going in there. You have a Fred Brown racing transmission 4R70W 4-speed automatic that's going in the Mustang. Miscellaneous parts, Sniper 2 EFI also. And the wheels are in these boxes here. There's the tires. So the wheels, they did like an American Racing 501, which is kind of like a 17-inch replica of the stockish wheels. And you guys know before, carbonized gray. So yeah, this Mustang, it's coming together. It's going to be really, really nice. I can't wait to get it done and deliver it to down to the client. They're really going to enjoy this. You know, they're excited. So, but that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Kind of a summary of building cars. So like I said, some little tiny things to button up, and I got to get a different size grommet. The one that American Auto Works supplied doesn't quite fit in there, but they, you know, Ford has these bigger style ones, and I'm just going to cut out the center and then use it. It's kind of like a flange gasket. It looks neater. And I got to do the mounting plate over here for the AC firewall cover plate stuff. But other than that, it's looking good. Lots and lots of progress. Lots of time-consuming stuff. Then the time-consuming stuff of crimping and pinning and wiring this car comes into play, and everybody knows that takes a lot of time. But there it is, guys. Summary on the Mustang. Summary on the Bird car. Well, the wing car. And can't wait to dive into this and try and get this done. My goal is to try and get this motor, tranny, suspension, and I'm probably going to update the AC in this. I'm going to replace it with a vintage AC box just to make it more efficient. It is a factory AC carb, so I'm going to try to swap out the box, evap, all that stuff, and make it nice, more efficient blow cold. So the goal is to try and get this done by summertime and take it back to Good Guys revamped. I took it last year in its stock form, so then I want to take it this year in its updated form. So I'm excited. Plus I want to drive. I want to take it on a rally or two and just have fun with the car. I'm not one to buy them and let them sit in the garage. I want to drive and enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to do. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Keep tuning in. I'll keep you updated on the Mustang as I go through, probably do like a weekly progress report now. It's just there's a lot of stuff and going on and with this build, and I didn't really have time to do like a weekly update video. So it's been about 3 weeks since I got it back from the paint shop, and I've just been trying to bust tail and running around and chasing parts and doing this and doing that. Everybody knows, you know, there's a lot of time chasing everything that you need for the car, but I think we got everything. I think we're situated. I think I have everything now in-house in my shop that's going on the Mustang that I don't need to start chasing anymore and find. Maybe a couple little things here and there. But other than that, I'll keep you posted. I'll try and do, like I said, a weekly post to try and keep showing the progress on it. But it's looking good, guys. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. Thanks.